Angry MGTOW here, and today we're talking about why feminism won't just go away. We'll be discussing a video by Daria Jane. So this is a video response to Daria Jane explaining why feminism won't just go away. Let's go ahead and load up that beautiful intro for you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the video. Definitely let me know in the chat if you are hearing the volume so that I know it's working once I start the video. She's gonna basically be explaining why she's not a feminist anymore, which I believe is gonna be a load of bullshit. Let's go ahead and find this video by Daria Jane. Oh, come on. Where the hell is the video? You know, I had the video loaded for you guys. I really did. And now it's like showing the women's march in its place. Like, no one wants to see that. No one wants to see the women's march. But anyway. Why I'm not a feminist anymore.
Hi guys.
Alright, so it's taking a little while to get the video up for you. Just give me a moment while I finish getting it loaded up. And she's going to basically be explaining why she's not a feminist anymore. And to be honest, she actually looks like, I couldn't tell if she was a trans or not. That was something that I was having a hard time telling. So I'll let you guys figure that one out. Help me with that one. Because she, you know, her voice, the way she looks, I'm not saying she's a transvestite. But these days, it's very hard to tell with people. So here's the video. We're just going to go ahead and load that up for you guys. And let me just... Let's go ahead and drag that and drop that there. Get rid of this old media source. Yep. Alright, and we'll go ahead and play. So just let me know if you're hearing it or not.
Today I'm going to talk about a very important thing, why I'm not a feminist anymore. Because you guys know I used to be a feminist 100%, but the feminist movement nowadays is going wild. And I'm very sure a lot of women out there are not okay with the feminism nowadays anymore. So before I jump to the reasons and stuff, I really want to tell you that feminism was a very important thing back in the days, you know, because it really helped women a lot, women's rights and stuff, even though I don't really believe in women's rights, men's rights, LGBT rights, you know, I believe in human rights. So if I say human, everyone has the same rights, you know. Feminism.
Whoa. You don't believe in women's rights or men's rights, but you were a hardcore feminist, which was specifically fighting for women's rights, or rather women's privileges. So how can you say you don't believe in these things when that's exactly what you were 100% for? You said back in the day you were a 100% feminist. So to say that you don't believe in women's rights is complete bullshit. What you're trying to say is that you're an egalitarian, but you are fighting for feminism so that you can get as many privileges as you possibly could. And now that feminism has hit the fan, shit has hit the fan, you don't want to associate yourself with the label anymore, but you want to keep all the spoils that feminism has gotten for you, right? Yeah.
Goal at first was to make equality between men and women. Totally fine, because like, you know, you can be whatever you want regardless of your sex. That's true. But nowadays, in 2017, this shit is going way too much. Feminism nowadays is divided in more categories. There are even feminists who don't agree with other feminists. For example, there are feminists who think that porn is sexualizing women and it shouldn't exist, while there are other feminists who are saying that porn is very important because it doesn't matter what you're doing, you still deserve respect. And yeah, you still deserve respect, but they're like, you know, fighting each other. What I noticed is that a lot of feminists are against this idea of trans girls. I mean, they're like, you are not born a woman, so if you're trying to use the same bathroom with me, I just assume that you want to rape me. No, you have to make a difference between transgender girls and rapists or criminals, because disguising as a transgender female doesn't make you a transgender female. You know what I mean? So this argument is... Another thing is that feminists get offended by anything nowadays. they're just offended. So they're fighting against women's oppression, but I really want to understand how in the hell are women in the West oppressed?
Now, this is an interesting point. She's saying, how in the hell are women in the West oppressed? My question is, when have women actually been oppressed in the last 100 years? Let's talk about women in the last 100 years. You had women such as Amelia Earhart, who flew, wanted an adventure, and she got her adventure. She also got lost and possibly died out at sea. Again, that's what she got. By the way, I'm just looking at this person's Facebook page, not Facebook, at her YouTube page, and something I just noticed is that it would seem apparent that she more than likely is a transgender, and I will show some proof right now if I can pull it up on the screen. But I think she actually is transgender because let's see, come on. All right, so there you guys have it. I just pulled this up from her YouTube homepage, and as you can see, it says called abnormal in school and kicked out for being transgender. So she is this person is actually a transgender. Evidently, it appears that she actually is transgender, because she's saying that she got kicked out of school for being a transgender. So I mean, again, I'm not attacking anyone for being transgender, but all I am saying is that it's funny because now that feminists are attacking everyone and anyone, and feminism is going on a stompy foot, it's ridiculous. There's also another video on her channel that says, "I didn't know you're trans," which is not rude. So yeah, so this came out a day ago. She actually put out a video a day ago which says, "I didn't know you're trans." So yeah, she is a trans woman. She is a trans woman. You guys have to kind of laugh at how well a lot of trans women are now beginning to blend in and catch us off guard. It's actually quite sad because some trans women are beginning to blend in so well. It's not that they blend. It's not simply that just that they blend in so well. It's a matter of fact that natural born women aren't feminine anymore. You would think that you'd be able to easily tell the difference between a woman and a trans woman these days, but natural born women are just so egotistical that it can be very difficult to tell if they're actually women. Like a woman versus a trans woman these days, it can be difficult to tell sometimes because modern day natural born women are just so egotistical that sometimes you look at them and you have to wonder twice, like, hey, are you actually a woman?
I mean, we're talking about America, and even in my country, in Romania, you see women being everywhere. I mean, seriously, if we were oppressed, I wouldn't even be doing this video right now. I mean, it's just logical, just imagine that. I have small conversations with feminists from my country, and I was like, why are you fighting so much? I mean, okay, you're fighting for women's rights, for equality, yeah, but why do you need to, say it so loud and stuff? And she was like, because women are oppressed, I can't do what I want to do, I'm not feeling safe. And I was like, you are here today because you want to, you wear these clothes because you want to. And she was like, oh no, because if I wear sexy clothes, men automatically assume that I'm a whore. And I was like, yeah, and if men wear very feminine clothes, people will assume they're gay. It's not oppression.
Like I said, it's getting so ridiculous right now that pretty much a lot of women are most women are now avoiding the label feminism. That's why I said it already, guys, that feminism was dead. I said the legacy of feminism, the effects of feminism would live on for generations. The effects of feminism will be felt for generations. But feminism, the label feminism at the very least, is dead. You are not going to see women after 2016, not a lot of them, you're going to see more and more of them literally saying, I'm an egalitarian, I'm not a feminist, I can't do this anymore, I can't live under the feminist banner anymore. Feminism is dead in 2016. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Donald Trump. Donald Trump has only been president for what, 3 days now. Let's talk about what he's done in three or 4 days. In barely 4 days since Donald Trump has been president, he has already repealed parts of Obamacare. He's already put the first major nail in the Trans-Pacific Partnership. Guys, he's moving at lightning speed. Lightning speed. There's a lot of people who say, oh, well, Donald Trump hires women. He hires women, so he's clearly a feminist. You guys have to be kidding me. Donald Trump, there's a reason why all these women are railing against him. Because he's going to cut all the free programs that they so enjoy. One of the things that they said he would be cutting would be the free birth control that women receive from the government, subsidized birth control. That would be going out the window. Another thing is going to be competition when it comes to healthcare. For example, women and men now pay the same amount for healthcare, although traditionally women always paid more for healthcare because they use the healthcare system way more than men. But feminist Obama basically changed that, so men ended up having to pay more for healthcare, and as a result of women. So basically men pay more while women use the system more, and then he calls that equality. Although it's not equality when it comes to drivers to getting driving insurance, car insurance, and men pay more because men are more likely to get into accidents than women. Yeah, just downright hilarious. So again, Trump is going to change this, and he's kicking out all of these steps. Women are going to have to pay more for health care again. They're not going to have free birth control. Planned Parenthood is getting shut down left and right. Okay? He said that. He's cutting funding to Planned Parenthoods rapidly. He wants Planned Parenthood gone. I think one of the reasons why Donald Trump is so anti-Planned Parenthood and anti-abortion, he's made it very clear how anti-abortion he is I think at 70 years old, don't forget Donald Trump is 70, I think that he realizes a big part of who he is because of his children. And he's surrounded by children, and having family, that family means so much to him. And at 70, he has a 10-year-old son, Barron Trump. And I don't think he could ever imagine his life without him. And I think it's things like this that really make him value life. You know that Hillary Clinton doesn't value life. But if you look at the way Donald Trump behaves, I think he really does value life at this point. And he's going full force at cutting, blocking abortion services, repealing Roe versus Wade. Don't forget that Roe versus Wade, it came about in 1973, and ever since then, women have been able to get abortions. But that happened because you had a very democratic court at the time, Supreme Court, which allowed that to happen. And then you haven't had any president since that challenged it. If there's going to be any president that's going to repeal that shit, it's going to be Donald Trump. And when women lose their access to free health care, when they lose their access to abortions, when they lose their access to subsidized housing, because Carson is about to cut that shit too, so Section 8 is going out the window. When they lose their access to food stamps, don't forget 46 million people are on food stamps right now. Most of them are women. When they lose their access to all these subsidized government programs, the shit is going to hit the fan. They're going to go looking for men, and men will not want them. Even the beta males are rejecting women these days. You think it's a joke? There's a lot of beta males who are rejecting women.
Stop seeing yourself as a victim, everything will be just better. Not only for you, but for anyone around you. So I don't understand how women are really oppressed. It's so pathetic for women to say that they're oppressed, especially in the West, here in Romania or in America, they're oppressed. Oh, but how are women in other places on earth where they are forced to wear hijab, or if they have sex with more men, they can get stoned to death and beaten to death, or they need to be accompanied by a man when they go out? It's pathetic for women in the West to say that they're oppressed. If you really want to be oppressed, then congratulations, you're a victim, you're oppressed. But in real life, women have the right to choose not to be oppressed. I chose not to be oppressed, and I'm not oppressed. Not even as a trans woman, I'm not oppressed. I'm talking from my experience. Back in the day,
Yeah, so there she said it. She is a trans woman. And I mean, it's funny. The funny thing about trans women, which is hilarious, is the fact that trans women technically are more discriminated against than natural born women. But a lot of natural born women despise trans women. But this is where feminism really fucked up. Because, you know, all you have to do is say, I'm black. Oh, I'm oppressed. I'm a black woman. Oh, I'm even more oppressed. I'm a trans black gay woman. I'm so oppressed. Again, this is the hilarity. Women have literally degraded their gender. They've literally destroyed what it means to be a woman as much as they've destroyed what it means to be a man. And when they return, now when shit hits the fan and they want to return to more traditional gender roles, they won't have that ability. They won't have the ability to find a husband, to find a guy that's going to take care of them. And like I said, Uncle Sam is saying, get the fuck out. Uncle Sam is kicking the whore out. Don't forget that.
I used to live as a boy in a society, so needless to say, after I transitioned to being myself full-time, I was way more privileged than how I used to be before. Whenever I'm taking an Uber or a taxi, the driver is getting out of the car to help me with the luggage, something that never happened to me before, or my neighbors are opening doors for me, some men give me their place at the grocery store when I'm waiting in the line, some feminists be like, oh, that's because they have sexual intentions. Bitch, we don't say anything after that. We don't leave that place together. They don't earn anything from that. It's just some respect that they have for women.
So listen to what this trans woman is now saying. She said that now that she is masquerading as a woman, you know, back when she was a boy, she didn't get shit in life. Now that she's masquerading as a woman, men open the door for her. Men will give her their place in line. Men will go out of their way to help her, and you know, feminists say, oh, they just want sex from you, but in reality, they're not getting absolutely anything. They're just naturally showing respect simply because they are women, just because they're women. Guys, women have so much privilege in society that for a trans woman to turn into a woman, it's like night and day. Like suddenly I'm a woman. I mean, look at what happened with Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner went from the creepy extra old guy on the Kardashians to, oh my gosh, she's so brave. She's so brave. Guy still has cock and balls with a pair of implants. Still dates women. Still fucks women. And now she's so brave. She's so brave. If you didn't think that there would be men that would simply go and say that they're trans, and start railing in the privileges of being a woman, no one saw it. I mean, you should have seen it coming. Now that this is happening, you're going to see more and more women. I've been putting out videos where more and more women are railing against trans. They're attacking trans. They're saying that trans are not real women. A trans woman's brain is not the same. Even though feminists say that gender is in the brain, not in the genitals, you have women who were previously feminists, women who do technically still support feminism, who don't want what feminists are now pushing because they are afraid of losing their identity as women. Guys, as you can see, I called it. I said feminism is dead. It pushed and pushed and pushed to the point where now everything is completely out of whack, and they want to take steps and they want to go backwards. They want to keep all their privileges, but they also want traditionalism back. They also want to maintain their gender. Guys, feminism is dead.
I don't understand why so many people have something against the white male who is privileged. Most males are white, and why are they even so privileged? It's so funny because in this world that we're living right now, mass media really want every woman to think that she's oppressed by the white man. People who really do these things behind are really making fun of you for even believing this shit. Men and women are not even on the same page. Yes, they should be all respected, but they're not the same. Men in general are thinking with what we call left brain. So they tend to have more logic, while women are thinking with their right brain. So they're more like emotional and they have intuition. You know, when somebody has some intuition, that's what we call, oh, you have some female intuition right there.
Let me tell you a little bit about female intuition for a while, because I thought about female intuition and I began realizing the concept behind female intuition. And I realized that female intuition isn't real. It's just that women are constantly worrying that bad things are going to happen. How often do women constantly worry, this guy's cheating on me, something's bad's happening, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. 99% of the bad things that a woman thinks going to happen never happens. But the 1% of the time that it does happen, which is often a self-fulfilling prophecy on her end, she suddenly says, see, women's intuition. It's the most ridiculous thing in the entire world. Oh, a woman had a bad dream that something was going to happen. 99% of the time, it never happens. The 1% of the time that it does happen, and like I said, it's usually a self-fulfilling prophecy that, you know, she lets it happen. She says, see, I said it would happen. My gosh. Women are truly nutty. They are absolutely nutty. And if you were to leave women up to running society, you just watch as things continue to go downhill. That's why things are going downhill right now, because so many women have a say in what's happening in society.
After I studied my hormones, estrogen and stuff, I developed some feelings that I never felt before. As I said before, there's a reason why men are fighting when there's a war and women are taking care of the babies. If you can make a difference between taking care of something and protecting something, congratulations. That's what I want to say. Women are taking care of something and men are protecting something. You know, that's biology. And if you can understand it, thank you. Another thing that I don't understand is their love for the Islam. Islam is against a lot of things that they're standing for. We're talking about women who can't even have the right to say something.
You know what's actually interesting? Here you have a transgender woman making all the points that are more logical and rational and realistic of why women would not, why women would logically reject feminism. But women would say that this transgender woman is not a real woman. It's hilarious. It is hilarious. Guys, as you can see, it takes a woman who is a man to understand the reasons why feminism is crap. I mean, it's downright hilarious. It is downright hilarious.
In some places on this earth. And yes, no one should be discriminated based on their religion, but I'm just saying that in general, Islam is not so feminist, at all. Women are not necessarily victims. What are feminists even doing? Teaching rapists not to rape and criminals not to murder? Rapists already know that what they're doing is wrong, but they do it because they're sick.
I forgot to tell you that the biggest reason why I'm not a feminist anymore is because I don't think that women are superior to men, and I don't see any reason to blame men for anything. Men are not superior to women. Women are not superior to men. We don't even need to fight it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on my social media down below. And I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to be fabulous.
I mean, there you have it, guys. I mean, these were pretty good reasons on why feminism is absolute bullshit. But ultimately, you can see feminism is never going to go away. Feminism is going to be around for generations. The legacy of feminism will live on, but the actual label of feminism will die off. And people will not only stop, listening to feminists, they'll start literally acting like it doesn't exist anymore. Don't get me wrong. When I say the legacy of feminism will live on, the behaviors, the norms, the division in society, that will live on. Men going their own way, it's only going to grow and multiply. Men going their own way is only going to grow and multiply. These are new trends. These behaviors can't be changed. So even as feminism goes underground again and people stop talking about feminism, even as people dread using the F word, no one wants to say feminism anymore. it will still live on the effects of feminism will still hurt society. The effects of feminism will still impact the lives of people around the world, throughout, especially in the West. That will be the legacy of feminism. As I said, the legacy of feminism is not going to leave us anytime soon. And we have to really we have to understand that. But as men, we have to also appreciate the fact that it's going to be women who are going to suffer the most, because we're going to be a generation of men that are finding our happiness, focusing on our passion, and moving away from women, moving away from gynocentrism. Women, on the other hand, are going to find themselves being old cat ladies, hitting the wall and not having anyone to turn to. I've already said it, with the government cutting off support for feminists, cutting off support to women's programs, you're going to have women lining up and being shuttled into FEMA camps when they can no longer make ends meet. The Great Recession was called the he session because so many men lost their jobs. But with the changing economy, the next recession is going to be the she session, where women are going to lose the majority of jobs and also not have social welfare programs to back them up. And at that point, it's going to be hilarious, because the government's simply going to say, "Hey, what are you talking about? You have the same exact programs that the men have. This is equality." And then this is when women are going to have a hard time arguing, because they're going to say, "We don't want equality. We want equity. This isn't equality." And the government's going to say, "But wait a minute. You have the exact same programs that the men have. You have the exact same service, exact same access. You don't. I mean, you're getting feminism right now," and they are going to cry and bitch and moan, and they are going to scorn the feminist. Listen. Things are going to not only go from women literally saying, "I'm not a feminist," they're going to go to the point of literally blaming feminism for their pain and suffering that they are experiencing. The word feminism will no longer be something that is spoken in public. All the stars from Taylor Swift to Ariana Grande, hell, to Beyonce, they are going to begin backing off the feminist label. Some will call themselves egalitarian. Many won't even call themselves egalitarian. Many will say that they don't want to be associated with another label, just because people will be so pissed off. Women specifically will cry and bemoan feminism for generations. Nothing lasts forever. All right? I'm looking at a comment that John Davenport says in the comment section. He says, "Females are idiots. The truth is that when it comes to women, women make poor decisions. Women create the vast majority of their own misery. And now they are going to pay for the poor decisions that they've made. They're going to pay for allowing feminism to be rampant, for allowing feminism to come into the home, to destroy the family, to destroy the man, to destroy everything. They are literally going to suffer for that, and that is a making at their own hands. No one's going to feel sorry for women. Why do you think they are ranting against Donald Trump? Because he's about to cut all of their fucking programs, and anything he offers them, he's giving them enough rope to hang themselves with. Feminism is over. Feminism is not only dead, it's not only dying, it's dead. It is dead. So you need to wake up and you need to realize nothing lasts forever. Feminism died. 2017 is the year feminism died. 2018 is the year that they don't realize it's dead. Definitely consider heading over to my YouTube homepage to leave a donation by clicking on the PayPal link. By the way, guys, don't forget that never miss another notification from my video. Never miss another Angry MGTOW video or stream by clicking on the little notification button next to the subscribe button below all my videos. Just click on the notification button, and as you can see on the left, you'll see an option that says send me all notifications for this channel. Just click the little box, hit the save button. If you've already done it, you don't have to do it again, and this way you'll never miss another video from me or stream. You'll always get a notification when I put out a new video or whenever I'm streaming. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section if you agree that feminism won't just go away. The name feminism will die, but the legacy of feminism will live on for generations. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MGTOW or death. And cheers.